Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Well, a couple of things, well maybe more than a couple. One thing is, I'm going to throw a big thank you out to Jeff. I don't know Jeff's last name. Jeff bought me a coffee. I haven't really said much about the buy me a coffee thing. Every once in a while I remember to say, oh, by the way, you can support me by buying me a coffee. Well, Jeff did, and he bought me a big coffee, like a super extra large coffee. So big thank you. That's very encouraging. Sometimes I get a little discouraged with the YouTube thing because actually YouTube is kind of a lot of work. And I make way more doing photojournalism, and I even make more doing stock photography than I do doing this video. So that's a big help. Really appreciate that. The other thing, and I've been meaning to mention this, it just slips my mind every time I do a video, and that is I was recognized, and this goes back into June. I was covering a Pride event in Oak Park, Illinois, for the Oak Park newspaper, Oak Park River Forest newspaper. And a guy comes up to me, young guy, well, to me young, comes up to me and says, hey, I know you. And I'm like, looked at him, I'm like, you do? How? And he says, YouTube. So lives in the area, a few towns south, and I had a nice chat with him. So good photographer. Sent me some of the stuff he took. Actually, that assignment, he got better shots than I did. So, but you know, never said I was absolutely the best photographer ever. He has a nice Nikon Z5 that he picked up used. The thing was in mint condition. I won't say what he paid for it, but he got a deal. So shout out to him as well. And one more thing, and I don't know if you folks saw this, and I'll put a link to the Petapixel story down in the description, but there was a story on Petapixel that a photographer slash videographer died in Ghana, the African country of Ghana, and he was buried in a coffin that was modified to look like a Sony video camera. And it just brought back memories because here I live right outside Chicago, grew up in Chicago, know a lot of Chicago lore. And if you are familiar with the song Willie the Wimp in His Cadillac Coffin by Stevie Ray Vaughn, that song is actually based on something that happened. So Willie the Wimp Stokes, he's William Stokes Jr., was a gangster kind of guy, drug dealer, made a lot of money on the south side of Chicago, as we all know, the south side of Chicago is the baddest part of town. I don't know if Leroy Brown by Jim Croce was Bad Leroy Brown. I don't know if that was based on an actual character. But anyway, so Willie the Wimp. So as often happens with gangsters is he got gunned down. And they had his father put together a big funeral. His father, William Stokes Sr., also known as Fluky, was also a big-time gangster and drug dealer. And put together this big funeral, and evidently Junior really loved his Cadillac Seville. So they modified his casket to look like a Cadillac Seville. They tacked on an actual grill of a Cadillac Seville on the one end of the coffin. They had Willie propped up. They had a steering wheel. They had a little windshield. And that's how he appeared at the funeral. And it was, I think, a friend of Stevie Ray Vaughn's brother down in Texas that got wind of this and thought that'd be a great song and wrote it. And then it ended up, and you know, there's further details. I'll link to a story about this down in the description. But they wrote this song. Stevie Ray Vaughan recorded it and had I think, a modest hit with it. And yeah, so that was something that that happened. And as oftentimes happens with drug dealers, William Sr. was gunned down not too long after that funeral. So Yeah, Chicago, we got our reputation as being a gangland city, but Chicago's a nice town. Our crime is down here. Uh, it's a beautiful city. It's like any other city in the world. There are parts you probably shouldn't go into, especially after dark. But that is true of cities everywhere. But if you know the city and you know the places to go, it's a fun town. We got a lot of attractions and great restaurants. So anyway, that's it for now. Just a quick channel note kind of video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And again, I will leave a link to the Petapixel story about the guy buried in the video camera casket, as well as the story of Willie the Wimp. And I'll link to Stevie Ray Vaughn's song as well. I'm Todd Banner. I will see you next time.